my thoughts on the game have changed a little bit throughout these last years. Broke. Top tier, high tier. The thing is that tiers in this game are very weird. Everyone can basically win. Quick explanation on the tiers. God tiers are by literally they do everything best. Like they are the ones that you should be picking if you are super tryharding. Top tier characters that for the most part are just as good as God tier but have one or two flaws or maybe a matchup or two that's setting them back. Almost there on the scale of power. High tier, a little bit more flaws, or maybe we're gonna run into what I like calling the SF5 syndrome. A character is pretty good, but why would you play that character when there's a character that is literally the same thing but better? Mid tiers are characters with literal flaws. The weakest characters in the game. I don't quite understand what we're doing with these characters right now. I kind of spoiled the last spot, but we'll get there when we get there. ScrawtVermillion, what is your pick for best character in the game right now? You guys know I'm a fan of this character. And I've always said this character is literally the best character in the game. I still hold on that thought. I think Aoko just has everything. Like, the only thing she does not have is an anti-air 5A, right? She doesn't have like an anti-air button. But like, that is not like a flaw because she has ways around it. Like Fuzzy JA, 2823C OS. You know, like, it's not a weakness per se. Why am I hesitating? Because this character exists, and this character exists. Aoko is definitely the potential woman of Melty Blood. In a vacuum, this character is easily the best in the game. And it's not that we haven't had the one pilot that really shows the power. We've had a couple. I'm gonna go with Aoko, best character in the game. The system mechanics work in her favor. Shield is like so trivial for her when she has an orb up. If she has a negative edge orb, she kind of cheats because she can hold shield and then delay pop. And like, delay pop can beat B-Shield if they teleport behind you. It's gonna beat like no follow-up because now you're plus. You know, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I mean, movement up the charts, good buttons, good corner carry, broken pressure, like combo throw. Negative edge orb allows you to steal turns. She has cross of breaks, she has left rights, she has high lows, she has fuzzies. But yeah, I'm gonna go with, still to this day, Aoko, probably the best character in the game. It's just a broken kid. I'm sorry. Like, second best character in the game. I was gonna say Akiha. In previous tier list, I have gone on record saying that Akiha has probably the worst matchup in the game, which is Akiha versus Love. I am so sorry for lying. I apologize, bro. Like, what am I thinking? This character is dumb. She has the best offense in the game, bar none. Aoko can do, like, Aoko does not compare. It's not the same category. Because Aoko is all about like the delays and conditioning and, you know, like, oh, holding in the little orb. Or Akiha says, what if I throw a ring at your face and I make you block forever? I think the thing that really did it was this last patch really allowed her to play with moon skills. And moon skills give a lot of meter in this game. Her 2BC gives her a quarter meter on block. A weakness for other characters of this archetype, of the rushdown heavy block string characters, like Koma, like Hisui, for example, is that she is safe to guard cancel. In the corner, her block strings straight up deny you. You cannot guard cancel. You cannot interact with this pressure. You have to hold it. So it's just like a lot of stuff that you gotta deal with. If you don't have the resources for BC Shield, it's tough. And then, she has some of the best buttons in the game. JB, JA, 5C. Then, she has the second and the fourth best moon skills in the game. The second best moon skill in the game, 2BC. 2BC, super fast, jump cancelable, a lot of meter on block, a lot of meter on hit. On hit, it gives you a full combo. It's like a jump scare. Why was I thinking that she had a bad matchup? It's because really she didn't have special moves. You know, like Vlov could kind of like zone her out. The thing is that she can force her way with 2-on-4A into 2-2C and it's literally her turn. I did not know that tech. I learned that tech like very recently, like a month ago. And I'm conflicted. So my brain says work, but my heart says PCO. But I gotta be objective. I was gonna go for work for number 3. I'm gonna go Warg number 3. And the main distinction is that I think PCL does struggle versus certain characters offensive-wise. Because her backdash is really bad. Some people can play around the normal. Some people have counterplay for it. Like the zoners, like Work, actually. Akiha's pretty good into PCL from what I saw. Characters can deal with her. But Work. Best button in the game on JB. The best moon skill in the game in 6BC is faster than her freaking B normals. Safe, it's literally safe. It gets her out of the corner. It erases your life bar on hit. Just press it. Just do it. Her neutral is one of the best in the game. Her character archetype is being a neutral dominator. It's just very overtuned in this version of the game because shield is like the weakest it's ever been. Shield doesn't give you the reward it used to give you, so Warg is so much safer, and making mistakes as Warg is not as punishing as before. Her offense is not the scariest in the game. The thing about Warg is that her offense is not like these two. Akiha doesn't let you play the game. Aoko cheats. She has armor instead of clash, so mashing is not as trivial. So that is a big distinction, the fact that she has armor. She can steal turns pretty easily, surprisingly, for a character that is not supposed to have that strong of offense. And there's always things to look out for, the random teleports, the friggin' 236 series, like to steal a turn, random 4BC ring thrown in your way, and if you ever get hit by that, I'm sorry, next round probably will be better for you. Warg's always been a moon hungry character, and this patch basically did her, did her a great favor. I don't even think that Warg needs a lot of nerfs. I just think her JB needs to get toned down, man. That button needs to disappear. It needs to not be 5 frames. We don't need that in our lives. I kind of want to keep the God tiers on those 3 though, because I don't think PCL is God tier anymore. Because she has, unlike these characters, PCL is actually a flawed character, and I think CL is better anyway nowadays. I want to say CL is the potential woman. I don't think Aoko is the potential woman anymore. She has DPs, she has projectiles, she has the freaking 236A. It's kind of like Flying Barcelona, like if you play Vega in Street Fighter, like the thing that moves you, moves her in the corner. In this game, that move is broken because it's so freaking fast that she can disengage of any scramble. She can disappear. She can be like, nah, I'm gone. I'm gonna start zoning you, and you gotta hold that. And versus characters like Koma, that sucks. Now her dash speed is good normals overall. Some of them are stubby. Like, I don't think her normals are as amazing. Her special moves is kind of like where she's at, right? Her air normals are also really good. Her J is really good. Her JB is really good. It's not really the ground normals that are scary. It's just the fact that her toolkit kind of keeps you guessing. We're gonna get there, right? I'm gonna list all my top tiers, but I think Seal might have the weakest offense in all the top tiers. It's all about basic fighting game stuff, like, conditioning, space traps, nothing too crazy going on. Not Akiha levels of stupidity, not Warg levels of carry. Fair and honest footsies. It's kind of honest, but it's not footsies. And I want to say she's potential woman because she has every tool to be literally on this tier. It's just that these characters are so overtuned that kind of outshine her on those departments. I kind of want to put Arcweight, but I want to put PCL. It's my tier list, chat. I'm a top player. I can lie. Okay, I'm not lying though. PCL just destroys so many matchups that I don't think Arcweight destroys characters. I think Arcweight is really strong. Overall, she's a super value pick. I think she's criminally underplayed to the point where I kind of really want to pick her up on the low, like on the very low key. I think I just think Arc is not being represented, and that kind of bothers me. I just think PCL erases too many characters from this game. What can I say about PCL? You guys know the memes. You guys know the agenda. I'm just gonna say, JC, lol, she has a gun. She doesn't let you play the video game. She's always safe. She doesn't deal with shield because she's so far away that she doesn't care. I don't know, 5C is good. God is pretty good. The only bad thing she has is she has a bad backdash, because she's really fast for a character with these type of normals. Warg, a god tier character, has a 6 frame 2A, and she's a neutral dominator. PCL has 5 framers all around because, I don't know, she's a neutral dominator just like them. Look, who the hell? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Can I, is there a blame? Is there like a get blame? I'm gonna put you on blast, bro. That's insane. We're downplaying on the wiki, bro. That's it. I would say to our Arcwait that I just feel this character's kind of like outclass her. Her neutral is pretty strong, but it's not rings and 5-frame JB and random teleports and 6PC and all the nonsense that this character does. She has amazing tools all around. Like, her buttons are really good. Her offense is really good. She's really fast. Big corner carry, you know, like combo throw. She has good offense. She's overall just like a very strong rushdown character. If you really want to play Melty Blood, I recommend Arcwait. I think that's the character I recommend nowadays. Like, if you just want to pick it up and press buttons to, like, beat up people, I think Arcwait is really up there. But she doesn't have, like, a gapless block string into plus frames. She doesn't have, like, the nastiest 50-50 mix-ups in the game. There's a lot of things lacking for her. I think her strong presence and, like, her overall offensive tools kind of keep her in the game. Right? Like, really good. She does a really good job. It's just, she's not these characters, basically. So, yeah, I think Arcwait is really good. It's not a good pick. Good tournament character, super underplayed. I want people to pick this character up. Please play this character. She's really good. Chat, we got this war criminal, this lovely maid, this freaking war criminal, and a humble man from the mountains. And I guess we got a gamer. What do we do? Ooh, one of these characters is not getting into the top 10. Uh-oh. We're gonna keep top 10. This character has been top tier in my mind for a long time. My god, dude, this were a timeline, bro. We need to go back. So, Ra's been super solid. Moai said he was dead. He was lying. This character is the same nonsense. Neutral domination. Some of the best special moves in the game. Good dash speed, good mix-up. The stagger pressure is really dumb. Like, I don't understand how Roa keeps his stagger pressure, and then characters like Kohaku and Mash exist. Mash pushes herself out so far from 3 buttons. Roa can press like his entire kit and he's still on top in front of you. It is insane. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, his stagger pressure is definitely on par with Akiha. If Akiha chooses to stagger pressure, because she does not need to stagger pressure. But if he chooses to, then Roa is competing. This throw got nerfed. He did not need to have a 50-50 off his throw. He only gets a safe jump now, guys. You know, it's not that bad. So yeah, I'm gonna keep Roa here. I want to say these two are kind of interchangeable. I can totally see an argument for these over this. I just think Arcwait might be a little bit scarier once she gets in your face, but Roa has an easier time in neutral in some matchups. Now is when it gets funny. So I'm not gonna downplay my man. People were saying he was broken when the patch came out for season 2. I let it rock a little bit. I gave it like 3 months, 2 or 3 months, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. And this character has given me a lot of things in my life, so I appreciate it. I mean, Koma should be here. Like, Koma is a character that is so polarizing because either he beats you senselessly or he suffers. There's no in between with Koma. Either he like beats you up or he dies. I don't think this character has a lot of 5-5s. I think he goes 5-5 with Arcwait, but he loses all these matchups. Like, it is really tough versus these matchups. He's still a meta powerhouse. The thing about Koma, if he gets the touch, the matchup does not matter. If he gets a touch, the matchup does not matter. You gotta guess for your life. It doesn't matter. Basically, he has like some of the best tools in the game. Arguably the best DP in the game because his DP gives you a mix-up. His DP gives you a mix-up. He has a command grab reversal. He has Daenjo, another command grab. That's frame 1. He has armor, and armor is really good in this game. Best mix-ups. You know, honestly, like some of the best Okiseme in the game. Straight up, you know, he can steal games pretty easily. So, and even like normal YC's normals are amazing. 2B is amazing, 5C is amazing, 3C is amazing, 2C is okay. And it's just obviously her you know, like his movement is bad. He has a bad time getting in some characters. It is what it is, right, with this type of archetype. Definitely capable of winning. Skill issue on my part. This is an interesting one. I think Hisui is interesting. At first glance, Hisui is like the most high tier character of all time. She's really good, but she doesn't have a DP. And if you notice, all these characters have reversals. Except like Age has a mirror reversal, she has a mirror reversal. But like Hisui doesn't even have that. You gotta have something to make up for that. So for those not in context, Hisui is basically like a rush down heavy character. She goes. Her offense is non-stop. Kind of like Akiha, but worse at first glance. Because Akiha has the block string into mix-up. Hisui has the block string into mix-up. But the mix-up is a little weaker. You can guard cancel much reliably versus Hisui. Hisui has one of the best projectiles in the game. For BC, she just throws trash in your face. She just pew, throws trash. For years, is that the move was random. Sometimes it gave you the item that you needed to anti-air, sometimes it didn't. So you had to deal with that. You can choose the item now. You can choose whatever items you want in your moon skill. That move is great now. You just throw shit away. She has the dust mix-ups, which are the classic mix-ups, which they're not the best, to be fair. The problem is the C4, the flashbang. The flashbang mix-up is where she puts a bento and then EX cake. And then it's a true block string. The bento explodes, the cake explodes, and you cannot, literally you cannot see Hisui. She is playing Counter-Strike on you. She's throwing smokes and like rushing. I want to say she's the type of character that can steal a game. She does have flaws. She's not like, she's kind of like a sneak in the top tier, to be fair with you. Usually I would put her in the high tier, but I've seen the development. Super good offensive character. I mean, wins tournaments. So she's probably good, right? Who's gonna close the top 10, Chad? This is a tough call. Let's go over the two. Let's think this through, okay? Saber, it's probably like the best Shoto of the game. I don't know if I'm considering Seal as Shoto. I don't know. Like a Tonoshiki type of character. I think Saber is the best, but Mario's better. Dude, he's just a sick character. He's the best freaking character they ever made. Okay, I'm gonna go with Mario. I'm gonna settle with Mario. Mario's defense is poo-poo pee-pee. It's, again, really mediocre. His buttons are also kind of stubby. His 5B is pretty good as an Abore button, to be fair. I've seen it being used a couple times. I mean, he has up back 4BC, which is pretty good for as a fuzzy option. But overall, yeah, Mario's defense is not the best. But Mario has good offense, good neutral, like very amazing tools to play any play style. I think the magic about Mario is that no two Marios play the same. Like, you can make Mario work as a zoner for most of the time. You can make him go like in and be very nasty with mix-ups. He can play whatever situation, right? The problem in Mario versus these characters is that these characters kind of like only raise your life bar and get the mix-up. Mario gets the mix-up or does good damage, or I guess he got better this patch. This patch got better, so I'm not gonna say that it's a con, to be fair, but his damage is still not like comparable, so that means he still needs to open you up maybe like once or twice, like one more, two more times. So that is like a big thing to be keep in mind with Mario. If you're a beginner, this character is honestly like so strong. Like, it's really broken. You probably, if you don't know how to deal with 2368, this character might be like the end of your day. You might not have a good day, to be fair. So that's gonna close my top 10. Alright, high tiers. Characters that are pretty good but suffer from the Street Fighter V syndrome. I could pick this character, but this character is better. I think Saber is gonna be my, my entrance to that. Dude, she's just very nasty. She super hard to catch. Probably the best dive kick in the game. Her 226B Rekka is obnoxious. It's a poke that like goes quarter of the screen. Her buttons are not bad. She has like probably the best JA in the game. Her JB is good. She has a couple of privileges, like her save jump beats BC Shield, and BC Shield basically beats almost every save jump in the game, but not hers. Her auto combo is toxic, still can get away with that. And I think she's one of the characters that like abuses moon skill slop pretty effectively. Like, all these characters abuse moon skill slop to some extent. Saber 6BC is so annoying to me personally. No, yeah, Saber in general, I think is such a good pick. I think it's kind of like an arc weight. If you want to just pick up the game, if you want to play, just pick up the game and like go in and press buttons, I think Saber is a good pick also. Like, really good. I don't think there's not much to talk about with Saber. I just think it's just a solid pick. This is tough. Chad, this is tough. I'm gonna go Bluff first. This character is so weird. It's so difficult to rate. It's just the fire round, man. Like, it's just the fact that he has to play around like not fully powered up, and it's really easy for him to lose a round. That said, if he does win, the Bluff is a top tier. I low-key agree. Like, my heart is saying Bluff top 3. My brain is saying Bluff high tier. I gotta go with I can't be toxic. And I play a character that I think loses versus Bluff, and I think the fire round is free. Bluff does not have good defense, but he has low normals on top of everything, so he has to use system mechanics, which he always has access to be fair. But in the case that you bait it, it really feels like you lose. To be fair, I'll be like as objective as possible. So I'm gonna keep Bluff like that. We might be able to discuss it. I'm willing to do corrections later. I don't think there will be many though. Daniel. Damn Daniel. Fun character. Really cool character. This last patch, man, I think made Dan into like one of the most interesting characters in the game. Dude, Dan is so good. That's the thing. These characters are high tier, like they're lower than this character, but these guys are so good. You can win a major with all these characters. It doesn't freaking matter. This game is freaking balanced, dude. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're assuming optimal play. The execution doesn't really matter here, right? We've seen people that can do the combos. It's not like it's like a theoretical thing. It's just that she's just outclassed, bro. Like, her mix-up is broken. I feel like there's so many ways to disrespect the mix-up, and there's so many ways to disrespect her neutral. Like, her neutral is all about, like, controlling space with the little, like, rosette, like, the bells or whatever. Some characters just don't care. Some characters pass through it with, like, moon skills, or projectiles, or just shield, and forcing her to do a reaction by charging. What I do with Coma, right? You've seen me. I just stay in full screen and start charging meter. If I have life lead, I'm just gonna charge up. What are you gonna do? You're gonna have to approach me. Changes the dynamic. I feel like if she could control that part of the game, like Bluff a little better, she would probably be much better rated. Like, mix-up wise, this character's better. Neutral wise, this character's better. This character's better. This character's better. So if you're trying to play that type of play style, I think there's better picks for that. But this character is it's like a specialist character, definitely. Like, it's one of those, like, you spend a lot of time with her and you're gonna get really good. So let's go next, bro. Okay, Chad, how do we feel between these two? I was gonna go Noelle better. I forgot Mash is in the game. That's my girl too. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Mash is really good though. Mash is a Shoto per se. To me, she's the anti-meta pick. I played like 400 Mash games, and I played 10 Coma matches when the patch dropped. Like, when I got sent to losers, I just play Mash. I'm tired. I just play Mash. Dude, this character is an anti-meta pick. Like, she obstructs the neutral of characters like Wark, CL, kind of PCO too. She's not like the fanciest character. Her offense is actually really bad, but she has like some egregious tools. 623A DPA is 5 frames. Mash has some really good moon skills. She really benefited from the last patch that buffed the moon skills. Her tools are really good for the meta, for like fighting these type of characters, like neutral dominator type of characters. She's really good at interfering that. So I think she has a ton of value as a counter pick. I don't know of a solo character though. Now we can go with Girl Fail over here. One of the potential women of the game. I don't understand why people think so lowly of Noelle, to be honest with you. I think that, I mean, you guys know I did try to make this character work for me. It did not work, not because the character is bad. It's just me as a player, I don't think I'm the type of pilot for Noelle. And I think that's where I failed. Because Noelle is all about the spacing traps, amazing frame traps, conditioning. She's a super beast at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super good. Has a 2-2 DP. That's value. Super value in this day and age. Amazing reward of anything. Good damage. It's one of those classes. She is probably the epitome after Saber of why would I pick this character when I have this character called CL over here that is better. Miyako's better than Mates, Chad. Miyako's better than Mates. Absolutely, it's better than Mates. She has pretty freaking good stagger pressure, but I feel like everything else is whatever. Like, her bonus are good. She has like, she's the advancing child, right? Like, her 5B, super good Aware button. Her JB is really good. Her JC is really good. It's not that her neutral is bad, but I'm not particularly like super scared about it. She's an offensive machine that I feel struggles a lot, and in certain scenarios. Especially when she doesn't have meter, man. Sometimes putting a combo together seems to be really hard. like you have to keep your combo short. It's kind of awkward. Where like a lot of characters kind of just like get away with like doing anything, and you know it's gonna work. She's small. She is small. We're gonna close this tier with mates. Honestly, it just comes to me that I think Tasu is just a very good player. And like he would clear like majority of Japan with like any character that he picked. The thing about mates, okay, so for those who don't know, that are new to the game or are like first timers, something like that, mates has less health than the solo mates. They have less movement speed, they're a little slower, and they lose a couple special moves, right? But they got their tag attack. Mates in this game, the meta of mates is you play Kohaku point, you get a hit into Johnny, aka the plant, you tag in Hisui, and you set up a bento. So the way this game is coded, which is really hilarious, is that when the character gets hit, any projectile, any like, you know, like tool, any projectile, anything that the character created disappears. But Kohaku and Hisui are separate entities in the game. So if you tag in Hisui and you set up a bento and you tag in Kohaku, the bento would not disappear if you get hit, because Kohaku is getting hit and not Hisui. That means that the bento will literally combo break a lot of and it's gonna stay there regardless if you get hit or not. That changes dynamics a lot, restricts movement. It's obnoxious in the corner, obnoxious in neutral. However, you are forced to play Kohaku. She sucks. We're gonna get to it when we get to Kohaku, but Kohaku backdash, trash garbage. Like, her buttons are okay, like they're not the worst. It's just, her 5C is like an amazing tool, but if you ever whiff that move, you die. And I have evidence. People that went to Japan saw me. I purposely made Tazu with 5C, and I killed them for it. Not do the follow-up. They need to not remove the follow-up from 5C. She should not do that automatically. I did want to put Ushiwakamaru in high tier, I'll be honest, but I kind of like the symmetry, so I'm going to keep put her here mid tier. I think this character is pretty stupid, to be fair. If you come from actress again, I think she is the Shiki Nanaya of the game. So Shiki Nanaya is, you know, Nanaya Shiki is a character that it's all about risk reward that's skewed against you. And this game is a little better because Ushiwakamaru does do good damage when she's right. But it's that type of play where like you have to play like super risky, or at least the people that play this character play super risky. And her defense is really bad because she has really bad backdash, like really bad backdash. So that's kind of sucky. Obviously she doesn't have like a good reversal either. Her arc drive is pretty good, but you know, it's an arc drive. Her neutral is really obnoxious though. It is definitely like one of those niche peaks that you need to be aware of how to fight, because otherwise you're gonna get robbed. Fun fact. Her offense is good. It's not that her offense is bad, but it's kind of like a Miyako, but worse, honestly, surprisingly. Where like when Miyako, yeah, she has a bad air, like neutral or whatever, but if she gets a hit, she wins. No, not she wins, but like she gets very good advantage. Ushiwakamaru is kind of like that, but even worse, in my opinion. Like I think if you are someone who understands what this character does in neutral, I think Miyako is a better character. She does have a pretty good moon skill, 4 BC, pretty good moon skill. Probably top 5, I would think it's top 5. Could be top 4, maybe top 3. It's pretty good. Yeah, you're gonna put a lot of work, but you're gonna suffer. El Tony Chiki? Tono is, it sucks, because I love Tono. Like, he's such a fun character, especially these last patches, he got really cool. The thing about Tono, he doesn't do anything. I mean, he's Ryu from Streets. He's Luke from Streets. He likes little white bread in the morning. Strike throw mix-ups. Randomly DPing. Lariat in neutral. You know, like he likes that type of stuff. This character is just not doing anything. He got power crept to like basically. Then, lovely reliable mate, Kohaku. So I kind of mentioned it, but I think her normals or whatever, a lot of her normals are super risky for no reason. Her movement is pretty whack. Her backdash is like on top, like close to Ushiwakamaru was like the worst in the game. But yeah, I think Koha is just not playing with the best tools. Koha does have mix. So you could argue Koha's better than Tono, but Tono plays the game. Like, Koha sometimes just doesn't get to play the video game. But Tono doesn't get to play the video game a lot either. I like consistency better than potential just to like spiral out of control. So I'm gonna go Tono better than Kohaku, but this is a tough call. I just think Tono, at least he's consistent in what he does. Like, it's not a lot of work, but it's honest. Kohaku does no work and he's not honest. And obviously, worst character in the game that isn't a cat. I don't understand what Kamure was smoking when he decided on the frame data of this character. I want to be on that meeting. You know, maybe they had like a 9 a.m. stand-up meeting and they're like, so we have this character from Fate Go, right? Like he's like an Avenger and like he kills like demons and shit. I don't know what the lore of this character is, by the way. I don't know anything about Fate Go. It's like, man, let's make him slow. Ooh, yeah, like, he doesn't need fast buttons. They have to have been, that must have been an after-hour meeting with like 2 beers. You look objectively at the roster, and you look at Dante, and you go, yes, this character needs to be slow as The gimmick of El Conde Montecristo is that he has special moves from every character except his Ghost Punch, which like his air button that makes him go fast. He has a Rekka, he has a Lariat, he has Aoko 236A and 236B, he has a DP. All of them suck. She has a Rekka that's worse than Sayers, she has a Lariat that's worse than Tono's, his beams are not as good as Aoko's, they're way slower. He doesn't have a 5-frame button. He's like a jack of all trades, but like he sucks at everything. Like genuinely, literally sucks at everything. So yeah, I think the Count of Monte Cristo, Dante, is the worst not cat character in the game. Look, it's the funny cat. It's the funny cat from Twitter. Oh my god, she's in a fighting game. Yes. One of the hardest Melty Type Lumina tournaments of all time was this past EVO Japan. And a Neckwark made it to top 24. Neckwark made it to top 24, one of the hardest brackets of all time. She might be broken. Dude, I was watching that match and that shit was hilarious. His opponent was genuinely lost. He did not understand what was going on. He did not know what was going on. Bro got hit with the nonsense. I was watching it. I was watching that set play and that was insane. But okay, the funny cat is all about RNG. Obviously, you know, because Type Moon right now, it's all about gambling addiction and whatnot. The cat plays gacha, has gacha mechanics. You know, I think is the less health she has, the better draw she gets. So sometimes she pulls off nasty stuff, sometimes doesn't pull anything. Has very annoying things. It is a matchup that you gotta play. Like if you find a Neckwark that knows how to do combos and stuff, it is actually kind of obnoxious. Like you gotta be aware of it. You can win with the cat. Are the people that play Neckwark good enough to, you know, like spend the time to play Neckwark? No. And someone's asking, is it real mix or is it knowledge check mix? No. It's real mix up. It is a 50-50. It's a left, right, high, low. It is really good. It is actually good. This happened to me before. People that pull up Neko and bracket on me, I'm like, brother, like, okay, I'm gonna play Coma. I'm gonna put you in a mix-up and you're gonna die in 2 hits. Like, you know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna keep it like that. The only correction I'm gonna make is Rob on top of Arc. It's honestly meaningless. They're kind of like, to me, they're the same type of power level. So done. That was a ton of fun, guys.